We got to stop being so soft in America. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a controversial video featuring Florida Governor Ron DeSantis that had some people up in arms. They're triggered, they're butthurt, they're upset, they're all the above. But some of us appreciate him even more after the video. Now, before we get into the clip, let's back up a little bit just so you have some context. Now, Florida is the best run state in the union. And if you have a better state that is performing better as far as the leadership, y'all let me know in the comments. But you could pretty much be anywhere in the state. Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, even over in the Redneck Riviera and Destin on the Panhandle. You could be anywhere in the state and be golden. Beautiful weather, no state income tax, great politics. But a great state must have great leadership, and that is on Ron DeSantis. Now, before I go any further, let's roll the clip. In this clip, you're going to see why I appreciate him more and why some don't. After we get done with that, I'll come back. I'll talk about what happened there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents and my deep detail analysis. Then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
All right, well, it's good to be at USF.
All right, you saw that, you heard that. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love that. I 100% love that because, first of all, let's talk about the science, right? The science that keeps changing. It's something new every day. What I saw from a lot of, so-called respected doctors that go on the mainstream media, Lena Wynn or whatever her name was, a bunch of other ones. I think I may have seen Rochelle Walensky, CDC. They came out and said that these masks that you typically wear, your Black Lives Matter, Paw Patrol, Yu-Gi-Oh, your favorite basketball team, football team, or whatever, these masks, these t-shirt materials made in some sweatshop in India or China, they don't work. They're facial decorations. That's what they say. I would never say that because I believe the science, even though it changes like a sundial every day, I would never say that. They said it. The so-called scientists, they say these masks don't work. So at a certain point, it's like, okay, what are we still doing wearing them? You see, when we had a State of the Union address, they just miraculously abolished the mask mandate right before the State of the Union address. Like the address was yesterday, which was Tuesday, and they abolished the rule on the Friday before the Tuesday. Okay, just because of the optics. So what are we doing? Still wearing the whole, still doing the whole mask thing. Okay, and Florida has been abiding by real, actual laws of science for a while, and they've been doing great. Okay, they've been doing fantastic. So what he said there, I don't see what's wrong with it from a scientific perspective, but some don't like his tone. Oh, he was mean. I think Nikki Fried, who's trying to become the governor of Florida, Democratic woman. Oh, he's mean. I'd never be so mean. Well, Nikki Fried or Fried or however you say your name, she compared DeSantis to Adolf because of his stance against critical race theory. Oh, you guys want to burn books and whatnot. Well, I know some guys in a certain place that were doing a certain thing, the guy with the funny mustache or whatever. So you are just like him. Isn't that pretty mean? And going back to what I may have said earlier about DeSantis, that's been a typical name that he's been called because of his stance on the virus and the masks and whatnot, which is kind of weird because DeSantis has been a big guy that's been allowing the vax to be available. Hey, if you want to get it, it's all good. So I don't even see where the DeSantis name comes from, aside from him being a political opponent. Okay. The death rate in Florida is better than a lot of these liberal Democratic states like New York, especially, where a lot of people come to. Like, people flee New York, this beautiful Democrat utopia. They flee New York City and go straight to Florida. Okay. Mar-a-Lago, shout out to Mar-a-Lago. A bunch of New Yorkers down there. The Village is the same thing. They come down to Florida to escape New York, especially when they get to be senior citizens. This is where they go. They're not going to go to California because it's warm in California. Go to LA. It's warm, beautiful most of the time, 75 degrees right there on the water. San Fran Bay Area. Oh, but it's too expensive. Oh, but you got crackheads everywhere. Unlike Florida. Now, you do have crime and drugs in Florida, but nothing like New York City or Los Angeles or San Francisco. There's no city like that in Florida because of the leadership. But I digress. The whole point is that these people that are saying he was mean for his comments towards the youngins neglect the fact that they forget about when they called him DeSantis and the guy with the mustache in World War II Germany. They forget about that part. They forget about how the left have attacked anybody that goes against the so-called science, the science of the day. Whatever Anthony Fauci says on television that morning is what they will attack you for if you go against it. They forgot about that part. And then as far as the youngins, now I was reading that these are high school kids that were in the background of the photo op or whatever. So they may have been college kids as well, but I think they were high school, young people, teenagers. If I was a teenager in that situation, I'd be like, oh, man, thank you, please. This mask is killing me. Do you think that a 16-year-old wants to wear a mask all day? You think they want to do that? I mean, come on. I was seeing the kids' faces, they smiles. You see the eyes, even with the mask on, they had the eyes smiled. Okay. They want the mask on, and I think 2 or 3 kids still kept their mask on, but for the most part, took them off. Now, but that's why you said, hey, if you want to wear it, then go ahead. But you don't have to actually have it on. And to go back to, the stern tone and the pointing and whatnot, that was nothing. I mean, come on. Anybody with a dad that was involved and you would see him, make a statement, that's nothing. I mean, my dad and my uncles and whatnot, they were much more direct than that. That was nothing. I mean, if it was your dad, you don't have no choice but to take the mask off. It wouldn't be, oh, if you want to wear it, go ahead. He gave you an option. Okay. But he's telling the kids, like, look, this is theater. Let's stop playing games. As a leader who says that all the time, why not say it right there? Why would you say something different in front of the youngins? And how would you say that in a less direct way? Would you want him to be like real soft and, please take your mask off. I don't like masks. Like, why would you approach it like that? He did say, please, but he's not going to be so soft and weak. And, I think that they don't like him being assertive and being strong and being a leader. If you're going to be a leader, you can't be so weak and soft like that. I don't care if you're a woman, a man, if you're LGBT, whatever. I don't care what you are, but you got to be assertive in your leadership role or you won't be respected. That's just how it is. That's just the world. Regardless of where you are, who you are, that's what it is. Find me a leader that is not stern like that. Okay. Even a guy like Joe Biden, who is halfway out of his mind, is not going to be soft and be like, oh, please. I mean, I saw him scream on some black folks during a Zoom call and nobody said anything about it. Did anybody say he was mean or he was rude and whatnot? When he told Charlamagne the guy, hey, man, vote for me or you ain't black, and laughed in his face. Did anybody say he was too mean or whatnot? It's because he's a political opponent. DeSantis is the best governor in the USA. And if he ran for president, he'd win. He'd win. So they're grasping that straw, trying to find anything to attack him on. Okay. Even though the CDC, all these so-called doctors on TV, the White House, they rescinded the mask mandate. But when he says, ain't no point in wearing it for theater, which is what it is at this point, then they want to attack him for that. They're not attacking him for what he said. They're attacking him because of who he is. The one thing I found is that people that don't like you, they don't like what you stand for, is envy, is jealousy, whatever it is, or they're trying to like keep you out of the equation, keep you out of the larger picture. Anything you say is subject to criticism. Anything you say, you could say, hey, man, you know what? It's a beautiful day today. Oh, no, it's not. You don't know what beauty is. It's a European standard. I'm like, I just said it's a beautiful day. It's 75 degrees. It's sunny. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful day. Anything you say will be criticized by them. But on the flip side, if they like somebody and they say the exact same thing that you said, then they won't criticize them. They'll be hands off. Going back to the whole Joe Biden, if you ain't black thing. If Trump said that, then it would be the end of the world. But because Biden says it, nobody cares. That's how it goes with these people. It's a political thing. And that's exactly what DeSantis was talking about is political theater. Let's stop playing the game. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what said you? How do you feel about what DeSantis said? Was he correct, incorrect? Was he too mean and too stern? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it was very well said. If you think it's mean, I think you're soft. And you've not really seen mean, in my humble opinion. And I think those that want to call him mean don't like him anyway, just like his opponent in the governor's race. Of course, she's going to say it was mean and it was bad because she wants to win. It's all a game, all of it. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.